Imagine being stranded and you open something, and like something just floats to you and you're like, oh, thank God. Thank fucking God. And it's just fucking seasonal anime. Like, gee, what the hell?
I'm just imagining Tom Hanks from Castaway, just a letter coming to him and he's just like, the fuck is what is the anime? I thought this was like someone sending me a message.
Most people would be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, exactly.
You've got Wilson, but it's named after your best boy or girl. It's great.
きっと約束だよいつかまた同じ笑顔で
So, hello and welcome to episode 80 of the Annie Chat Box. Today, we are having our fun get-together of the whole cast plus one. But before we get to that, I wanted to very quickly talk about social links, because who cares about people when you can talk about social networking? So basically, if you'd like to talk to us in short form, you can do so at twitter.com/theAnnieChatBox, or sorry, /AnnieChatBox. We updated that, and I'm so used to saying it's just Annie Chatbox now, guys.
I think I had made the same mistake last episode, so don't feel bad.
It is totally okay. So it's twitter.com/AnnieChatBox. No anymore. We're not that cool. If you want to send us an email, you can do so at anniechatmail@gmail.com. We'll probably be doing a nice little mail episode either next week or the week after. We'll see what everybody thinks. You can go ahead and write us, tell us about things you'd like us to do to improve, things that we could do to make all of you lovely viewers happy, or you can just write us hate mail. I don't care. We'll do it with funny voices. Do whatever you want. Just make sure you send it to anniechatmail@gmail.com. Please don't send us hate mail. Most of us are very sensitive and will probably cry. You can also listen to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, and SoundCloud, or all of them at once. For all I care, just don't blow your ears out. And if you'd like to send us any of the moolah in any way, shape, or form, you can do so at patreon.com/theAnnieChatBox. As always, we want to thank Sarah CorpsyAnn for being the amazing, wonderful patron she is. Check her out in the description. We're just going to keep her there forever at this point because I just like having her there. She's nice.
Indeed.
She's nice to have around, even if it's just a YouTube link, you know? She's great. Go check her out. She does a lot of really cool stuff. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about all the cool people who are here. Now, to my immediate left, I just wanted to go ahead and throw out a thank you to Dominic, who is here as a guest host again.
For the third time in a row.
Technically, for this podcast, it's only 2 times in a row. Third time will be next week.
I thought it was no Sangatsu.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
I forgot about
Sangatsu.
Sangatsu. Damn.
And so it'll be 4 times in a row.
Dang.
Next time, I might as well be the 5th host.
maybe you. I mean, we're basically one unit. It's fine. So Dominic's here. Let's talk about the regulars, or the other regulars, I guess. My beautiful angel and fellow woman in arms, Cami, is here today.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Always good to have you, madam. I think you're the one who keeps us all together. Otherwise, things just go crazy. Please see Darling in the Franxx review.
Hey, I loved that episode. That was a great episode.
I think I yelled more than I have ever yelled on the podcast on the last episode. Oh, wait, no, Yami Bo existed.
Yep.
I keep forgetting that happened. Speaking of Yamibo, across the pond, we have John, someone who enjoyed Yamibo, and I still don't know why, and that's okay. Say hi, John.
Hi.
Oh, it's okay. Everything's fine, John. You're going to be gifted with lots of gifts today.
Yay.
You're going to be very happy. And last but certainly not least, my fellow producer and basically who runs the podcast now, Craig.
Hello.
Oh my god.
Is this an echo chamber now? Oh my gosh.
They're pretending to be Cell from Dragon Ball Z.
It's September. Do you remember, ladies and gentlemen? God damn. To break the illusion, I've been podcasting about anime for 3 days in a fucking row. It's great.
Speaking of which, we may as well plug it now since you just mentioned it, but
Yeah.
Craig is also on another podcast, and last week I made a mistake, and we mentioned it in the spoiler section. So if you would like, most recently they did a review of Perfect Blue, and me and Dominic were there as well. So
Mhm.
if you want to go check that out and hear what we thought about Perfect Blue, me and Dominic and Craig and Zach all had a little anime movie night together. And where is that at, Craig?
That is at soundcloud.com/saveourprogress. You can also check the twitter.com/saveourprogress. It's also on YouTube, and you can email at saveourprogress.com.
Also, I think for their 100th episode, they're doing something really cool where you can submit them questions. So we can put that link in our description
Yeah,
as well.
the Ask FM. You have to create an account to ask questions, but you can do it publicly or anonymously. But we already got some questions, so keep them coming. It ought to be an interesting episode in and of itself.
Yes. But we're not here to talk about Save Our Progress. We're here to talk about our own podcast and what we're going to be talking about in the future. And nobody knows but me. So this will be fun. So if you're new, what we do every season is I send out little messages in a bottle, or actually Word documents, but everybody use your imagination. You're old enough to do so. De-age yourself, actually. Don't be old enough. Pretend you're 6 years old and there's a tiny little bottle floating up to your feet, and inside is your anime for the fall 2018 season.
Imagine being stranded and you open something just floats to you and you're like, oh, thank God. Thank fucking God. And it's just fucking seasonal anime. Gee, what the hell?
I'm just imagining Tom Hanks from Castaway, just a letter coming to him, and he's just like, the fuck is what is the anime? I thought this was like someone sending me a message.
Most people will be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, exactly.
You've got Wilson, but it's named after your best boy or girl. It's great.
Mm.
And you know what's even worse? Every single season, on purpose, but we're going to pretend it's on accident, I mix up everybody's bottles.
Oh no!
So the tragedy. So nobody will know what they got for the season until their respective announcer, as it will, who received their bottle, reads out to them what they got. We're going to go in a round robin style. We'll each say our who we got, number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, and number 1 of the season, respectively. And after a couple of weeks go by, we'll do impressions and either sink or swim those respective bottles, or anime in the bottle. I'm actually going to go first this time, and I got, drum roll. I like Cami's version better. You got to do that every time somebody's saying I got. You're the new drum roll of the
Challenge
podcast.
accepted.
And I got John.
Ooh.
Woo!
So when I said I was going to be giving you goodies to pine for your affection and friendship so that you don't leave when you realize I abuse you all the time, I'll say, remember who gave you those amazing fall 2018 picks? Please don't leave.
Mm.
The first one being your number 5, and that will be My Worst Nightmare, Zombieland Saga.
Ooh.
Fuck.
So the synopsis for Zombieland Saga, or Cassie's Worst Nightmare Saga, there isn't one. I looked everywhere, and there is no freaking synopsis for this thing. I don't know if it's based off a manga or something like that, but it looks like it's actually a series that's in collaboration with Avix Pictures. They announced the series on July 5th, 2018. I did get some tidbits about the series. The series will be directed by Munehisa Sakai and written by Shigeru Murakoshi, with animation done by Studio Mappa. The series character designs are provided by Kasumi Fukugawa. Kazuo Ogura is the art director, and Takahashi Yanagita is serving as director of photography. So I don't know if you guys know who any of those people are. I guess the music's being composed by Yasuharu Takanashi?
They sound familiar, but I can't, pin any names to anything, because I'm terrible at doing that.
Also, it is this is an announcement episode saying who we got, so I don't tend to go into studios and stuff like that, but that's literally all I could find, so
Yeah.
hopefully it's good. I hope you're excited. I hate zombies. Personally, I saw this on your list and I was like, they're making another fucking zombie anime?
Mm-hmm.
Let's watch it.
No.
Come on. Let's
No.
do it. Come on.
No.
What if it's good?
John will let us know if it's good.
What if he passes it? Then will you watch it?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Why not?
Because John fell into that trap last season with Happy Sugar Life, and I'm not committing to that so he can get revenge. So that's your number 5, John. I hope you're excited.
I am actually quite excited about it because I was like, you know what? I enjoyed High School of the Dead and Gakugurashi. I wonder what this will turn out like and if I will enjoy them. Enjoy it the same way I did those.
All right, so let's see who's up next. Craig, who did you get?
Okay, I've got Cami for my recipient. Cami, your number 5 pick for the fall 2018 anime season is Asmus Beelzebub Likes, aka
Oh.
Beelzebub Joe no Okimesu Mama.
Oh, God.
I gave you an easy
I think
title
it's-
there.
I think it's Beelzebub.
Yes.
Beelzebub, yeah. I
Yes.
looked up the English.
All those Japanese words, I have no freaking clue.
I looked up the English names for all of these before we actually sat down. The synopsis goes as such. Beelzebub, or Beelzebub, is a great demon lord who rules over several millions of demons. Maureen, who decides to serve as a demon lord, learns that not only does Beelzebub lack the poise of a great demon, but is also a laid-back girl who likes fluffy things. This begins the daily life comedy revolving around the many villains in the demon world. Well, there you go.
Yeah, so here's the thing. When at least from what I remember of the PV and the look of this show, like it said, the almighty Beelzebub demon is like a cute girl in a pink dress that is like an Ojo-sama, and I think she's also served by like Bishonen guys, if I remember correctly. So I was like, this is exactly the kind of shitty, ridiculous plot that feels like it might just charm me a little bit. So I did. Oh my god! If there is not an Ojo-sama laugh, I riot, and it fails. It sinks. So,
Damn.
Oh, immediately. It could be the best thing ever.
but no Ojo-sama
no.
laugh, then that's just how it goes. But yeah,
That's
cool.
just false advertising.
I'm excited. It was one I put pretty low, so it'll be really good to be able to give it a shot.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, Craig, I think you're doing the Lord's work because Dominic has been listening to our episodes, and I think he said one of the most amusing things for him is listening to us butcher Japanese words.
Yeah, yeah. I laugh every time.
Yeah, that's why I tend to prefer the English if it's given.
Listen, it's Japanese. We gotta learn how to speak the language or we butcher it, and everybody loves when we butcher it, I guess. Or they hate it. But at least we're trying. We're giving it the old college try.
I'm proud of you.
So, John, who did you get?
My recipient is Craig.
Nice.
Craig's number 5 pick is Double Decker Doug and Kirill.
Ooh, hey, I saw the first episode of this actually.
Synopsis goes: the city-state of Lisvaleta, 2 suns rise above the city, and the people here live peaceful lives. But in the shadows, crime and illegal drugs run rampant. Among them is the dangerous, highly lethal drug Anthem, which casts a dark shadow over the city. The 7-0 Special Crime Investigation Unit specializes in cracking down on Anthem. This unit operates in 2-man buddy teams in what's called a double-decker system to tackle the problem. Doug Billingham is a seasoned investigator, and joining him is Kirill Vrubel, whose abilities are mysterious and unknown.
Dun dun dun.
This is supposed to be a follow-up to Tiger and Bunny, right?
It's like a spiritual. It's like in very loose.
Spiritual successor?
Well, it's kinda, but not really, because it doesn't have superheroes at all. It's like police work, and it's supposed to be set in the same universe. And apparently, from what Zach has gleaned, there is a name drop of a villainous organization, but that's really about it that was mentioned in Tiger and Bunny in passing. But so the first episode premiered at Crunchyroll Expo, and they dropped it on Crunchyroll.com, so me and Zach watched it, and yeah, it's fun so far, and I just picked it up on the premise that it's just two cops, and it seemed like wild and kind of crazy, much akin to like that Blood Blockade style of, hey, here's a secret organization that takes care of the problem that so people can stay safe at night, that sort of thing.
I had no idea that this was anything to do with Tiger and Bunny.
Yeah. Very loosely, again, from what Zach said, it's only just like, hey, here's one name drop, and that's really about it. It's self-contained. It's these police officers, a special investigation unit. You don't see Kotatsu or Barnaby Jones at all, so.
Fair enough.
I was going to put this on my list, and then I forgot to, because Zach had mentioned it to me, and that it was like a detective show.
Yeah.
And I love detective shows, so you'll have to let me know how this is.
Yeah, it's very fun. It's Sunrise, so it's animated really well, and acted pretty well,
the first
too.
episode dropped already, right?
Yep.
Okay, moving on, Cami.
Oh, yes. So, who could it be after everyone has revealed their recipients? My secret recipient is none other than Cassie.
It's Dominic. He's the new host.
That's
I'm
true,
quitting.
yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I assume, Dom, that you'll be watching these
I-
by association anyway, so it is technically also your picks for the season. All right, and
Basically.
what was that?
He said basically.
Yep. And the number 5 that you both will be watching is called Release the Spice. That is SPYCE for emphasis.
I mean, I did technically pick this one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The only reason it was on my list was because I was told to put it there.
Oh, wow. I see.
This was on my list.
Oh, it was on your list too?
Mhm.
It wasn't high enough, apparently.
Mm. Yeah, I think I put it really low on mine if I did. I remember, like, debating it. Anyway, the series is about a girl named Momo who attends high school at the city of Sorasaki. However, she is secretly a member of Tsukikage, an intelligence agency that protects people. As a new member of the agency, she works alongside her colleagues, including her senior Yuki and friends. Together, they work to establish peace in the city. Dom, why did you make Cassie put this on her list?
That's a good question, because I have no idea.
We were watching the PBs for everything a while back, and most of them, aside from stuff that I liked and basically Craig all got anyways,
Yep.
I was just like, oh, everything looks boring.
Yep.
And then we watched this one, and it looked like kind of like Princess Principal, in that there's like, it's like about like spies or whatever, but it's like more, I guess, colorful? I don't know. It was just, there were spies and they were cute girls and they had like weapons or something, I think. Did they have weapons?
They
had weapons.
did. I also heard the words, gonna be the best anime of the season, slip out of your mouth at one
As
point.
a joke, yeah.
Okay.
As a joke, yeah. And
Sure.
then,
Sure.
I mean, yeah, basically. But yeah, that's why I was like, oh, you should put this on there because everything else looks boring.
There you go.
All right, time for our second round, and that means you can't stop talking. What is John's number 4?
John's number 4 pick for the fall 2018 season is Rewrited, Kokukoe no Derida. When a development engineer Delida wakes up in the future from a cold sleep, his girlfriend isn't there. He decides to go back 10 years in time to, quotes, that incident, to keep his promise with her. The key to get her back is a time leap. And that's it. That's all it says.
Time travel.
The PV made it sound like he was trying to find somebody's daughter as well. Or it seemed that way. But, John, you want to talk about how excited you may or may not be and why you may have put this on your list?
There was a lot of things this season that really caught my attention, and this was one of them that I was humming and hawing about. The PV of this really is what sold me on it. The synopsis doesn't really say much beyond time travel, and yeah.
I mean, I guess we will see.
It looks cool. It has me interested, and I will let you all know what I think 3 episodes in.
I mean, you don't have a choice in the matter. You kind of have to.
Yes, I know.
That's how this works. You can't just show up on the Splash Tank episode and be like, you know, maybe I just won't.
That's what I would do.
I know you
I'd
would.
just be like, oh, get wrecked.
That reminds
You're all on
me,
your own.
while
You watch my anime.
while I was setting up the lists, a lot of people, believe it or not, for the most part, got things that they wanted this season. And Dominic looked over my shoulder and was just like, God, you guys are too nice to each other. You guys got to start sabotaging. Like,
Yeah. Like, you gotta start trying to mess each other up and steal each other's favorites and then just, like, not pass them and just be mean.
Hey, that's
Just be
happened
terrible
previous
to each other.
seasons.
Just be awful to one another.
Just
See,
because
we
you
can't-
wasn't
we
here for
can't
it
do that.
doesn't mean it hasn't happened.
listen, you've stolen people's stuff.
I know.
Other people have stolen each other's stuff, but most of the time, the weird part is the stuff we steal, we normally pass.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Yeah.
that's going halfway, guys. Come on. Come on.
Go big or go home, says Dom.
Yeah.
John's over here like, I've stabbed somebody in the back before. What are you talking about? I've got a bloody knife in my freaking drawer. Come on. Moving on, Craig. You're up.
All right, Cami's number 4 pick for the fall 2018 anime season is, and there is no English name for this according to my anime list, it'll probably get added later, Dakeretai Otoko One Eye Odo Sarete Imaisu.
Is this the yaoi one? Is this the yaoi?
I looked
Okay,
at...
Craig, read it. Read it in the most seductive way you can.
Okay. Quote, I'll make it so your body's unable to forget mine. Saijo Takato's 5-year reign is, quote, the most huggable number 1 has been snatched. Stealing his thunder is the newbie actor with a 3-year debut, Azumaya. Literally, yeah, Azumaya with an exclamation mark. Towards the stuffy, hostile Takato, Azumaya's sincere, sparkling smile starts to become effective. Ooh, my.
This is
Even-
the yaoi! Oh my
Even
God.
as Takato sets his alert level on max, Azumaya catches Takato in his shameful drunken state and uses it to blackmail him. In
Oh, no.
exchange for Azumaya's silence, Azumaya states, "Please, let me hold you.
Oh my God.
Embrace me. Who is the most huggable number 1? What the heck is he saying? Includes a large quantity of other high suspense erotic stories. This is smut. This is fucking smut.
So listen, it's been years since I've seen Junjo Romantica, and I was like, well, I wasn't that big a fan of like Love Stage, but like, you know, maybe I could just dive back into this absolute burning trash heap that is fucking yaoi smut shows. And so, here we are, fam. This should be fun.
Nice.
Craig, can you read the first line again, please?
I will.
While you do that, so Cami,
Yeah.
I do want to point out that we have yet to actually talk about a show like this on the podcast.
it's
So it will be fresh.
Mm-hmm.
It will be new.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a hot take.
A hot take. I like it. A hot take. Yep.
I want you also to know that Dominic has not said a word, but he has had many expressions.
Okay, I have the line back. I literally undid all my deletions from Google Docs. Okay, the line reads from Saijo says, "I'll make it so your body is unable to forget mine."
Oh, it was better the second time.
He's had practice this time.
And scene.
Drops the mic. Brilliant, Craig. Brilliant. Good job.
We've got some head shaking over here. You don't approve of Craig's beautiful performance?
Look, all I am saying, and you know this from the prison bitch video by a friend of ours, it can't be as bad as Okane Ganai. It just can't. So there's also that.
Now you're setting a bar, and that's always a mistake.
Yeah.
Remove that video from my memory, and you had to bring it back.
Hey, it won't leave mine either. I mean, thanks to Suki's video. So you gotta stick with me here in this dark, dark place.
All right, John. You're next up.
Alright, so Craig's number 4 pick for this season is Sora to Umi no Aida. Synopsis goes,
Oh, I remember this one.
set in Onomichi City, 6 girls dream of becoming space fishermen. They aim to capture god-eating monsters that leave fish vulnerable, as well as enemies which they encounter. And that's it.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, this PV looked cute, and I didn't mention this at the beginning, but shout outs to Zach from Save Our Progress, who for the past couple seasons, probably at this rate the last 3 seasons, who has helped me systematically build a list. And he said, "Yo, this looks like Moe Blah bullshit. It's perfect for you." And I'm like, "Oh my god, this looks like perfect Moe Blah bullshit. I hope it's actually engaging." It kind of has that charm that and I'm not gonna say it's anywhere near this quality, but it kind of oh man, maybe it's like another place further than the universe. A bunch of girls are gonna go out and be fishermen. Yeah, space fishermen. Yeah,
Space fishermen. You know what? I was really behind this too. I looked at the poster, I watched the PV, and I was so in, and then I saw gross CG and had to turn it off.
I remember having similar impressions from the trailer where I was like, there are things that intrigue me about this, there are things that I'm kind of on. So yeah, just like you were getting to, I think I'm looking forward to Craig's thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So I'm really excited to see which way you lean on this, because it looks like it could either be really cute or it could be
really generic as
a
fuck.
train wreck. We'll see. Well, I cannot wait for your opinion, is where I'm getting to.
I completely overlooked it.
And that's okay. Space fishermen.
Yeah.
I mean, at least they're getting creative, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something that's not a line I ever thought I would read.
No.
Cami.
Yes. Would you like to know your number 4 pick, Cassie? I mean, I know you don't obviously know it already.
I have no idea. Please enlighten me.
All right. Your number 4 pick for the season is Seishun Buta Yaro wa Bunny Girl Senpai no Yume wo Minai.
What the? That's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is.
Bunny Girl 1.
I know, right? I kept
Yeah.
wondering who would get the Bunny Girl one because I figured we'd all put it somewhere on our lists.
You know what the funny part is that the last 2 picks were really low on my list, and John sounds very disappointed that he did not get them, and I'm just like, dude, you should have put them higher. I didn't want them. I would have happily gave them, but who knows? Maybe they'll be sleeper hits. This one seems to be pretty hyped up, actually.
Yeah, the story sounds interesting. What is it, you might ask? Well, puberty syndrome, a rumored mysterious syndrome that only affects those in their puberty. That sounds like almost like the archer class is really made up of archers line. It was just very bizarre. For example, a bunny girl suddenly appeared in front of Sakuta what the fuck is his last name? Azusagawa. The bunny girl's real identity is Maki Sakurajima, a teenage celebrity who is currently an inactive high school senior. For some reason, her charming figure does not reflect in the eyes of others. This is written so weird. In the course of revealing the mystery behind this phenomenon, Sakuta begins to explore his feelings towards Mai. Set in a city where skies and seas shine, Sakuta unfolds the meaning behind his bizarre encounters on women with the said syndrome. That was so weirdly written. Okay.
It's a My Anime List early synopsis. What
yup.
can you do? They're either one sentence long, or they're too many sentences that are very oddly, like...
Formatted.
Mm.
Yeah. Let me just say, it's funny because I was thinking about it as I was reading that, and I was like, hey, I know an anime that had a girl named Mai who had bunny ears occasionally, and it was called Canon 2006.
I don't know if this will be as good of a show, but I mean, to be honest though, it has potential. If anything, it does sound interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of raised an eyebrow at puberty syndrome.
Yeah, I remember that line.
But you know what? I have been floored by things that I didn't think I would like before.
Mhm.
So you never know. You really never know.
Yeah.
I just find bunny suits aesthetically pleasing, so who knows? I'll at least have something to look at.
Yeah. The trailer actually gave me kind of a vibe of trying to go back to like the kind of melancholic, like key sort of coming of age with like harem shows. So honestly, if it does that sort of tone, that might be interesting to see again too, because it's been a couple years since we've had like the Clannad canon, stuff like that.
I'd be happy if it was something like that. I'll keep my fingers crossed, and we will definitely see, and I will get back to you. Speaking of me getting back to people, John, are you ready for your number 3?
Sure.
You don't sound very excited.
I'm just tired.
Have you not been enjoying your picks very... oh, come on, get enthusiastic. I know it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and that's too much to ask for, obviously, and I know it totally is, but do it anyway.
I also had work today and a long shift. But yeah, anyway. What's my next
I will
pick?
give you a hint. Your number 3 has a 3 in it.
Oh?
Because it's a 3rd season.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Are you stoked? Okay, that's the first time I've heard a gasp so far. Your number 3 pick for the fall 2018 season is Towaru Majutsu no Index 3.
Yeah.
I was waiting for a follow-up gas. Are you excited? I can't tell, actually. Are you happy?
I am excited about this one.
Okay, good.
He sounds excited.
Boy, am I enthusiastic! Boy, am I enthusiastic! Oorah! Oorah!
As the show goes on, John's just like, fuck it, here's your goddamn show.
Listen, if he's not excited by his number 2 and number 1, I'm quitting the podcast. I'm just done.
And then Dom will replace you.
Anyway, exactly, totally. Alright, so this number 3 pick is again Towaru Majutsu no Index Season 3. Again, my anime list just had, 3rd season of. So I went and got the synopsis for Season 1, which reads as such. Academy City, Japan is at the forefront of science. Besides being 30 years ahead of the world's technology, more than 3/4 of this peculiar city's population consists of students, developing their psychic abilities as espers in various institutions. Among these students is Toma Kamijo, a high school boy with the lowest psychic rank of 0, but with a mysterious power no scientist can understand. Imagine Breaker, which allows him to negate other supernatural abilities. This, however, does not affect Kamijo's life in the least, as he plays his role as a regular teenager. That is, until he meets the strange Index Librorum Prohibitorum? I'm just gonna call her Index.
What?
That's her name. Index You pronounce it.
Librarium?
Librorum Prohibitorum.
I mean, it sounds better when you say it. We'll go with it. A young girl who has memorized the entire forbidden grimoires, and now a dangerous organization is hunting Index down. With several magicians looking to harm the girl, Kamijo will defend his new companion at all costs as he discovers a strange new realm of the supernatural.
I actually love the shit out of Index and Railgun, and I feel like I need to rewatch all of it.
I mean, go for it. It has been a few years.
Yeah, it has been quite some time since I last watched any of either of those. So yeah, but I am super excited about this. I know I don't sound the most enthusiastic today, and I apologize for that, but I am actually really excited about the picks I've gotten so far, and about some of the picks that other people have gotten.
It sounds like it. I actually thought you were more enthusiastic about my, bottom 2 than your top, your number 3. I was worried. But, yeah, it's exciting to hear what you'll think about this, because has anybody else here watched Index?
I tried watching the first couple episodes and fell off of it.
What about you, Cami?
I haven't. I know Get watched some of Railgun, and I think I watched, the first episode of Railgun, but just didn't stick.
I loved the shit out of Railgun. I remember watching the first season of Index and liking it enough. I don't remember why I didn't get through season 2. So I will be looking forward to your opinions, John, and who knows, maybe it'll inspire me to go back and finish season 2. We'll see.
Tie a lasso around everyone and have them drag them along with me through this series.
I mean, that's part of the fun if you really think it's that good. We'll see what happens.
My question is, honestly, does Index feed into Railgun and vice versa? Do you need to watch all of Index to get Railgun? Watch all of Railgun to watch the 3rd season of Index?
Well, I mean, Railgun's a spin-off.
Okay.
So just like any spin-off, watching the original is helpful, but not necessarily you have to.
You'll get references that it makes back to Index and like blink and you'll miss it references, but for the most part the story of Railgun is its own thing. You don't need to have seen Index to get what's going on, except for who the fuck is this asshole that just keeps appearing, making shit disappear and then fucks off again.
Yeah, there's characters that show. I mean, even Index shows up, I think, in Railgun a couple times.
Very briefly, but yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's helpful, but it's not necessary. But, I mean, I'm assuming if you want to watch Index Season 3, you need to watch Season 1 and 2.
Obviously.
Yeah, so...
Although the first half of Season 1 of Railgun is actually set before Index, if I remember correctly.
Don't remember. I couldn't tell you.
Wait, what?
He said that Railgun, the first season of Railgun, occurred possibly before the first season of Index, but he's not sure.
I think it starts off.
So I only know this because I used to know someone who was way too into this series for their own good. But yeah, the first season of Railgun takes place before Index. And then if you go into the manga, because Railgun continues further in its manga, then Railgun kind of gets on to a point where it's going coincidentally with Index. And so they like have arcs that go alongside each other. But yeah, as far as the anime is concerned, I don't think you actually need to watch Railgun to get Index, because they stopped making Railgun as an anime.
Which is a shame. I really liked Railgun, actually. Oh well, moving on, Craig!
Hello. Cami, your number 3 pick for the fall 2018 anime season is Juliet of Boarding School, aka Kishiku Gakuo no Juliet.
Yeah. What was the... I was gonna try and just spout some line from Romeo x Juliet, but I forgot all of it. So, oh show, wherefore art thou? Please don't be a shitty harem.
Well, the synopsis goes as such. The story takes place at Grigio Academy boarding school, where the students come from the 2 rivaling countries, known as the Black Dogs and the White Cats. Persia and the Inuzaka are leaders... Yeah, wow, that actually does say Persia. Are leaders of their respective dorms, but they are secretly in love with each other. Now, they must keep their relationship a secret from the other dorm mates while trying to avoid trouble. Wow, this is fucking Romeo and Juliet.
That's what
and
I'm
this
saying.
Is fucking,
wherefore art thou?
This is like West Side Story, Romeo and Juliet. Damn.
Yeah. And for that reason, it sounded kind of like fun, and it looks a little bit like doofy and ridiculous, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot, and we'll see if it's good or not. I hope it's good.
Nice.
Fingers crossies. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou?
Exactly. I'll actually be really excited if they spew some lines, but I don't know if it's gonna go that hard into the Shakespeare illusion. We'll see.
Yeah.
Did you watch Romeo x Juliet?
I like randomly watched it. It was kind of one that I never really wanted to watch because I don't know. I knew the story, and yeah, I don't know. It just never really grabbed me. Did you see it?
I actually bought it a long time ago when it was that time when we were in high school and you just kind of bought what you saw because that's how you got anime. I sold it before I watched all of it, though. I watched like the first 4 episodes and it was super like Cassie trashy romance show. It was way over the top.
Yes.
But I enjoyed what I watched, but I didn't watch all of it. It was very melodramatic, but it was an anime that was adapted after Romeo and Juliet. What do you expect? The animation was really good from what I remember, though. And the fight scenes were pretty cool. I also liked that they made Juliet kind of like a vigilante.
That part was definitely cool. Whatever episode or episodes I watched, I recall that. I think it was like the reveal or something. This show is, I don't think, going to be as committed to Shakespeare, unfortunately.
Oh, God, no. It looks more silly, but that might be a good thing.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, you know what I want? I want a Hamlet anime, please. That would be so cool.
Oh, my God.
He'll come later.
You have a Hamlet animated film. It is called The Lion King.
I mean, yes. That is true.
Soon to be live action.
An anime would be cool. An anime would be really cool.
Yeah. Or Macbeth. I don't know. Now I'm just going back into high school theater stuff. But yes. Anyway, carrying on.
But no Titus Andronicus anime. We don't need none of that.
No.
I can't wait for the live action Lion King.
It looks pretty good. John.
Yes. So, Craig.
Yeah.
Your number 3 pick.
Okay.
You get the puppets.
Yay.
Oh!
Thunderbolt
Who did-
Fantasy 2.
Who didn't see this coming? No one. I mean, I forced y'all motherfuckers to watch season 1. And y'all seem to enjoy it despite its talky bullshit, but it's baller ass action scenes. So let's hope that it maintains the hype and isn't as expo heavy. Spoilers, it probably will still be as expo heavy because it set the precedent. So I'm very curious.
Anywho, for those that don't know, the synopsis goes: many years ago, humans waged a terrible war against the denizens of the demon realm. In the process, a series of special Shenhui Mose, heavenly instructor magic implements, weapons, were forged to defeat the forces of the nether realms. After the war, these sacred weapons were entrusted to the care of special guardians. The most powerful of these weapons, the Tianxingjiang, a sword of divine retribution, was entrusted to the family of siblings Danhyang and Danfei. Now the leader of a rival clan, Mei Tianxia, I don't know. I can't do Chinese names.
You're doing good.
Will stop at nothing to possess this sword. While on the run from Mei Tianhe, Danheng and Danfei encountered the mysterious stranger Ling Zhuya, who aids them in their quest. That is, of course, the synopsis for season 1.
Mm-hmm.
And season 2, I believe, is going to be like a dark sequel to that.
Yeah, it's more Shangbu Huan and Ling Jie Hui and their adventures post their interactions with Danfei.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little intrigued. I never got over the puppets. But I did enjoy what I did watch. So it'll be interesting to see if it's just as chuny as the first season. Because if there was one thing that was great about that show, was how chuny it was. It was so chuny.
It was really chuny. I actually really enjoyed the puppets of it, so I'm actually looking forward to this as well.
Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of looking forward to it?
I hope there's more episodes like the first. Honestly, I stand by the first episode is the best episode. I hope there's more stuff like that. I just want a bunch of really crazy, chuny
Fights
shit going on all the time.
Do you want another really good OP?
Oh yeah, totally.
TM Revolution.
Yeah, they have to get him back.
If they don't get him and Sawano back for the sequel, then goddamn.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Is it like the oh ho ho Ojo-san laugh if they don't have those things that fails them automatically?
Yeah, essentially, if they don't have that, or if Urabuchi essentially does what happened with Aldnoah Zero, then
I doubt it.
yeah.
I believe the first season was like a passion project for him that he really loved, whereas Aldnoah Zero was something that he got on, didn't feel anything for, and left.
Yeah, that's when he made Kamen Rider Gaim.
Oh yeah. So I highly doubt he would do that. I don't know if he's on the staff. I didn't look up the staff for any of the anime that we're doing today, minus the ones that didn't have synopsises, and I didn't know what else to do.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm not sure if Urabuchi's on it, but I don't know why he wouldn't be. The first season was his passion project to begin with.
Yeah, makes sense.
So we'll see. We'll find out. You'll have to fill us in, Craig.
Yeah.
It's all hearsay for now. Cami.
Ah, yes, the number 3 for a Miss Cassie.
Ah, yes.
Your number 3 pick for the fall. You love giving me these really long titles, don't you? Okay.
Oh, there should be a word that pops out immediately
Oh,
when
yeah.
you read the...
Oh, yeah. I'll give it its own little notion. So, her number 3 pick for the fall's 2018 season is Ore ga suki nano wa imoto dakedo imoto janai. Okay.
What the fuck?
Suzuka Nagami is a beautiful third-year middle school student who has excellent grades and is the student council president. She wrote a novel about a little sister who dotes on her Nii-sama, older brother, and the novel wins a light novel award. After they discuss the matter, Yu is the one who debuts as a proxy light novel author instead of Suzuka under the pen name Chikai Towano. So I'm not surprised at all.
No.
I mean, it's John's fault.
It kind of is.
John's fault?
It kind of is.
It's kind of like Happy Sugar Life. He's like, oh, look at this anime that Cassie would totally want. By the way, Cassie, here's the PV. I mean, I would have saw it eventually anyway. But, okay, so listen. It's a sister anime about a light novelist.
Yeah.
Eh?
That's why I'm not
Eh?
surprised at all. Wasn't even A Sister's All You Need also about a sister,
Yeah.
and there was a light novel aspect
Yes.
as well?
Yeah.
This
That's
is the
the
new
joke.
isekai. What the fuck?
Only it's the little sister trash show. Also, both the siblings have a purple aesthetic.
Burn
Okay.
anime.
Okay.
I'm
Burn
so
it.
in.
I see.
I really hope it's good.
I see.
In my defense, I've only passed one sister show, and it was fucking good.
Mhm.
Burn anime. Burn it.
Anime was a mistake.
So,
Anime was a
are you ready? I
mistake.
believe that you're the next one to read.
Yeah, this is
The
fucking
number
long.
twos. The number twos. I'm excited, guys. We're getting towards the end, and this is where things are going to get real spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Spicy.
Spicy.
John's number 2 pick for the fall 2018 secret. Secret.
Secret.
I can't fucking read. Season is Ingress, the animation. Synopsis. A project was launched where scientists discovered a mysterious substance that can interface directly with the human brain. This substance, called exotic matter, or XM, has existed since ancient times, influencing human minds and the progress of humanity. In the wake of this discovery, a battle of powerful nations and corporate giants has been unleashed. Organizations across the globe have embarked on a secret race to exploit XM. It represents both an opportunity and a threat to humanity. 2 factions seeks to control the XM. The Enlightened views XM's power as a gift that enhances human experience and discovery. The Resistance sees XM as a hostile takeover of the human mind, choosing technology as humanity's best path forward. XM and the mystery behind it lie at the center of this battle for the fate of humanity. 2018. Now, a new struggle is about to unfold in Tokyo and across the globe. Dangerous and powerful forces seeking to exploit the power potential of XM will collide. This groundbreaking project will mark the beginning of an epic, augmented reality experience, combining the 3 elements of animation, location-based gaming, and the real world.
Ooh.
Sounds fancy.
That was a lot.
There's a lot.
I think that's the most enthusiastic you've ever read something I've ever seen you do that.
I don't know if it's that. Maybe
It was-
that you've seen, yeah.
John, are you excited?
I am actually really intrigued by this series and quite excited to see what it's actually about. I believe it's got like a mobile game tie-in.
It ended with the animation, so it's probably based off either a game or something else. But that doesn't necessarily mean bad. That could mean great. Also, I think that it's kind of intriguing that they're talking about stuff that influences human minds. That can always be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Dun dun dun.
Also, this looked really pretty.
Yeah, it did.
Did it?
It did.
I don't even remember it.
Same.
I do. It looked pretty. I didn't put it on my list because when I read the synopsis, I was like, this is the most John show I've ever read. Outside of, like 2 other shows that I was like, oh, look, these are also very John shows. Yeah, I think this looks like something you would like, John. I hope it ends up being good and not a train wreck. Because things that deal with like humanity and war and the human mind, that's a recipe either for something really great or a complete fucking train wreck. So I'm excited to see which way it goes.
Unfortunately, it tends to be one or the other. It never seems to be
it's never really
just
in the middle.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm hoping it's really good. It sounds like it'll be something really interesting to watch.
I'm intrigued.
Nice.
So, Craig.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm good. Cami, are you ready? Are you good for your number 2 anime of the fall 28 season?
I hope you're hyped because I sure as fuck am.
I looked
Strike
at
the
this,
arrow, Craig. Do it.
I like to point out the fact that I honestly thought this would be your number 1.
Everyone
does
did.
not does not have an English name, so Surune Kaze Mai Koko Kyudobu.
Oh, that's the most Japanese name I've ever heard.
The synopsis goes as such. The story follows Minato Narumiya. Minato played Japanese archery in middle school, but after a certain incident, he ran away from the sport. In high school, Minato meets friends, and together, as a part of their school's archery club, they aim to win the prefectural tournament. This motherfucking show is essentially free with archery.
That's what Dominic said too when we were watching the trailer. He was like, is this like the Free Boys doing archery? And I'm like, no!
That's what it looked like.
They even look like the Free Boys.
No, they don't. The animation is so different. What the
I
hell?
don't agree either.
Yeah, I do
I
not
said
agree
the same
at
thing.
all.
I was like, they don't look anything alike.
All KyoAnni shows look the same.
No, but this one doesn't.
No.
Like, honestly, that was kind of part of what led me to place it a little lower, is because I'm not super sold on the art from what I saw, honestly. Here's my other worry. To me, when I saw the trailer, first off, it didn't do too much for me, and the way the synopsis sounds and the way that it's tone, I'm actually worried it's the boys' version of Hibike Euphonium. And I wasn't a huge fan of Hibike Euphonium. So this one, it's like initially I was so hyped for, but I got a little worried about some warning signs. But like, come on, it's KyoAnni doing Sports Boys, so of course I placed it up kind of high. So let's hope that it shatters my expectations and it's super freaking good.
We can only hope.
Right?
Yeah.
John.
Yes. So,
Please.
Gregory,
Yeah.
are you ready for your number 2 pick for this season?
Hit me with it.
Are you ready for a motherfucking JoJo's reference?
I'm ready for a motherfucking JoJo's reference.
JoJo!
Jojo.
Dun, 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 dun.
God.
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
JoJo's Part 5 Golden Wind. Synopsis goes: Naples, 2001. Giorno Giovanna is a small-time crook with one big dream: to become a gangster. No ordinary thief, Giorno has a connection to the remarkable Joestar bloodline and possesses a stand now named Gold Experience. His dream starts to become a reality when he meets Bruno Bucaletti?
Bucaletti.
Okay. A mobster from the gang Passion and a fellow stand user himself. Realizing that they share similar ideals and both disagree with the gang's harmful affairs, Giorno reveals his goal to Bruno. With Bruno's help, he will reform Passion by overthrowing the boss. Giorno becomes a member of Passion and is inducted into Bruno's squad. He discovers that is no simple gang. Its numbers are teeming with stand users. Now confronted by other squads of differing loyalties and unpredictable caliber, their goal to change the gang from inside out will be a tough one. Taking on these adversaries, Giorno attempts to rise through the ranks and inch closer to the boss, a man who is shrouded in mystery. Dun dun dun!
This is the season of fucking sequels.
It is. It
Mhm.
really is. Yo, JoJo's is fun. This is the 5th JoJo part and the long-running multi-part generational multimedia property, you know.
I really feel like I need to get back into JoJo's and get caught up.
You have a lot to catch up on.
I
I'd
do have
recommend-
a lot to catch up on.
I will say, though, despite it being the 5th part, these individual parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 onward, all are kind of standalone. They make subtle nods and references to the previous lineage, but it's kind of like a Gundam Age or something like that, where it's the child that goes on, and you might see a slight reference to the previous parts. Literally, I will say this right off the bat, in Golden Wind, or Vento Ario being the Italian name for Golden Wind, is they just have a character from Diamond as Unbreakable in like the first chapter or episode 1. This show is where Araki shifted his style from bulky ass fucking men who beat the shit out of each other to pretty ass boys who beat the shit out of each other. Also should be noted that Araki loves music, Western music, and fashion, so this is where he really shines with a lot of his fashion to make all the pretty boys look pretty, all the girls look even prettier. Gold Experience is the name of a Prince song or album. I can't remember offhand, so localization will change that subtitle-wise to be from Golden Experience to Golden Wind. Again, legalization and what have you, they can't necessarily get the licenses for all of that to display that. Fun fact, they still say it in Japanese, but it's subtitled otherwise. I'm looking forward to this. I remember reading the manga and the ending kind of throwing me off, and I recall it being kind of weak, but I'm very excited to see a crazy-ass adventure as Donut Hair Boy tries to be friends with a mobster as he tries to essentially become a mob boss himself.
That synopsis just sold me. Donut Hair Boy, man.
Donut Hair Boy.
Also, there's an infamous and famous manga panel where Bruno Bucaletti also has a stand with zippers. He can send people into a zipper dimension. He licks Giorno's cheek and says, "You taste like a liar." And Giorno's sweating the entire fucking time.
I've seen that panel.
Oh, it's all over the internet. It's good. It's really good. So I'm excited.
Awesome.
Hi, good to hear.
Speaking of excitement, Cassie, are you hyped for your number 2 pick?
I have mixed feelings, but for the most part, yes.
Okay, well, let's get to it. Your number 2 pick for the fall season is Irozuku Sekai no Ashita Kara. Set in the city of Nagasaki, the story takes place in a world where minuscule amounts of magic remain in everyday life. Hitomi Tsukishiro is a 17-year-old descendant of a witch family who grew up with stale emotions as she lost her sense of color at a very young age. Feeling sorry for her granddaughter's future, Kohaku, a great witch, sends Hitomi to the past year 2018. Through exchanges with her 17-year-old grandmother and her club members, the story follows Hitomi's growth as a person.
This is the PA Works one, right?
Yes.
It is. And that's why I'm
Looks
like,
good.
I have mixed feelings because almost everything PA Works has ever touched is very pretty, but also has the potential to be very dull.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In execution of its story.
Yeah.
So I've liked a few PA Works shows, and then there are shows that I absolutely felt were a waste of my time. Last lip.
Dang.
So yeah, it could go either way, but I thought that the synopsis sounded really, really cool.
Yeah, I think
And
the
it looked
idea of a
really
witch is
pretty.
super neat.
Also, I love how both one of my picks and one of John's picks had to express that they were in the year 2018. 2018!
If they're not all on iPhones and like FaceTiming and shit, I swear. No. We have to bring back the line chats.
Oh god. From Suki ga Kire?
Hey, they did good ones in what was it? Well, I guess they were texts in Eurocamp. Like those were decent.
Yeah, those were cute.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that.
Fun fact, the line is actually shown in Steins Gate.
Hey.
It's not surprising. Line is very popular, and especially so in Japan. I think it's almost like a default texting service now.
Yeah.
Basically.
Basically, if you are anywhere from the ages of like 14 up, you have Line on your phone. If you are a Japanese person. But anyway, one thing that I did also find interesting is I've always found kind of like color and emotion and those being connected as a very interesting thing that not a lot of media will tackle. And when it does, it almost always is very interesting.
Mm.
For example, I really loved when it was done in this book that I read a long time ago, which was The Giver.
Yes.
I really loved when he was reintroduced to the idea of color and how that had an effect on his life. And I'm very interested in how that will change this girl's life. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Nice.
All right, next up. I am up next, and we're going through our number ones.
Woo!
Are you ready, John? I bet you don't know what this is. I bet you're very excited.
Never guess.
It's so hard to know.
So John's number 1 pick for the fall 2018 season is Arrow Manga Sensei Season 2.
Yeah!
Hey, somebody finally stole something out from somebody else.
See? Yes. So it is going to be a continuation of the younger sister Saguri and her many adventures. Elf will get the guy in the end, and everybody will be happy.
Damn
Please.
straight.
Oh, I need that.
I hope you like your number 1 pick, John. I didn't even get a giggle. I feel robbed.
God
Anyway,
damn.
the real number 1 is Sword Art Online Alicization. And I'm very quickly going to read through this synopsis.
Alicization?
Alicization.
Alicization.
There's a reason for that. Let me read the synopsis.
Alicization.
Before you fucking judge, let me read the goddamn synopsis.
It's gonna last a whole year, guys.
It's going to be 4 core. Let me read the goddamn synopsis. Jesus, guys, you're so rude.
Alicization.
Alicization. Anyway, where am I? Before he knows it, Kirito has made a full dive into an epic fantasy-like virtual world. With only a murky recollection, that is a word I can never say, recollection of what happened right before he logged in, he starts to wander around searching for clues. He comes upon an enormous pitch-dark tree, the Giga Cedar, which should have been named the Deku Tree, where he encounters a boy. My name is, is it Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
E-U-G-E-O,
Wanna
Yu-Gi-Oh?
duel?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
I
like Cami's idea.
I was ready as Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, Yugo. I like that better. Okay, so my name is Yugo.
Aw.
Nice to meet you, Kirito. Although he's supposedly a resident of the virtual world, an NPC, the boy shows the same array of emotions as any human being. As Kirito bonds with the boy, he continues to search for a way to log out of this world. Meanwhile, he remembers a certain memory deep down within him. He remembers racing through the mountains with Yugo as a child, a memory that he should not have in the first place. And in this memory, he sees someone other than Yugo, a young blonde girl. Her name is Alice, and it is a name that must never be forgotten.
Alicization.
My mom's name is Alice.
I know.
So nobody should forget it. That's why it should not be forgotten, because apparently everyone's scared of my mom.
What does it mean? What? How do you Alicization? What is it? Is that
I don't know.
Is that a noun?
The name of the game. I don't
Is that
know.
a verb?
I will never
Ask
get
John.
over this.
Do you, or do we Alicization?
We all Alicization, Dom. We all Alicization.
Let John talk. It's his number one pick. You all are being very rude right now. John, would you like to answer the question?
I am super excited for
I know.
this part of Sword Art Online to finally get animated. I've gone back through Sword Art Online 1 and 2 and the movie, and like there was little moments that I was like, wait, that's a hint towards Alicization. That's a hint towards Alicization.
Is Alicization the name of the game, or is it just saying like?
No, it's just the name of the arc. The game, I actually forgotten. I think it's Underworld.
So he goes to hell.
No, it's. I actually can't remember what it's called.
So Alicization is the Japanese, like taking a girl's name and making it into like something pretty. Alicization. Try saying that 10 times fast.
Alicization.
Oh my god, that's fucking impressive. But yes, John, I know that you're very excited about this, and I'm happy that you're getting a full year of Sword Art Online.
Mm-hmm.
Go you. And I am intrigued on what you will think. I've actually heard that this is one of the better light novel arcs. And I did enjoy the light novel a lot, so...
I brought this up with Cassie earlier, and she said that if you pass this, she'll watch it all, so...
You're not supposed to tell him that.
Congratulations!
You're a fucking traitor!
Congratulations,
You're a
Dom!
fucking traitor!
Dom, congratulations! You're gonna watch a whole year of Sword Art if that's the case.
No, I'm not touching shit. Are you kidding? I haven't watched past the first episode of the first season, so
Yeah.
Congratulations on your Alicization.
Alicization.
Alice, that just sounds like a fucking disease when you say it that way.
Oh.
Congratulations. I'm very sorry you have a case of Alicization.
Fuck, it's by staying in VR too long. Fuck.
Perfect.
But yes, John, you haven't got to talk a lot, and this is your pick. Do you have any more Alicization?
I'm just super looking forward to this.
Question: have you read the light novel for this one?
Not all of it. I have read the first 2 volumes of Alicization, and
Okay.
I could not find any beyond that. Because that was around the time that the light novels actually got licensed for official translation into English.
I see.
And so I was kind of just waiting for them to officially get translated and read through them, but then I haven't gotten through Fairy Dance really reading them, or buying them, so yeah.
Listen, John, I'm excited for you, because I will tell you one thing. Because there is nothing better than when a show that you really love that's your favorite gets either a new IP or a new season.
Mm-hmm.
For example, this is going on my own tangent, but I found out recently that the guy who wrote Danganronpa actually left the company, and he came out with 4 new IPs, and one of those is going to be an anime that's coming out in 2019, and I could not be more fucking hyped.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I know how you feel, and I'm excited for you.
Damn, you made 4 IPs in the span of V3? Really?
No, he left the company. I'll show it to you guys later, and I'll actually, we can link the article, I guess. Basically, Kodaka left Spike Chunsoft, and they announced 4 new IPs. One of them being an anime, 3 being games. One of those games being the Kodaka, and then the director, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but who did the Zero Escape games.
Oh.
They're doing a collab project, and that's going to be the first thing that's probably going to be released, and I am so excited.
I've seen a PV, promo art for that, and I was like, that sounds awesome, just from concept alone.
Pete's gonna eat that shit up.
Oh, Pete is. I will too. I will eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I will play all of those fucking games, and I will watch that anime, and I will be just as stoked about it as John is for Sword Art Online. And you know what? Danganronpa, the animation was fucking terrible.
It's very okay.
So, you know what? Who cares what everybody else thinks? I'm excited for you, John.
Yeah, I just hope they do good by the Alicization novels in the anime, because this is the biggest section of the light novels so far. I believe it takes up 8 volumes. Ironclad was 2.
Dang. Well, we'll see. Well, we're going to move on to the next person, but John, once again, congratulations on your Alicization.
Alicization.
Alicization. All right, Craig.
Okay, Cami, your number 1 pick for Fall Anime 2018 is Run with the Wind.
Yes.
Kaze ga Suyoku Fuiteru.
Nice job. Very
Thank
nice
you.
job.
Thank you.
There's a lot of kaze in the anime titles this season.
Kakeru, a former elite runner at a high school, is chased with stealing food. He is saved by a Kansai University student, Haiji, who is also a runner. Haiji persuades Kakeru to live in his old apartment, Chiku Seiso, where he plans to team up with fellow residents to enter Hakone Ekiden Marathon, one of the most prominent university races in Japan. Kakeru soon finds out that all of the residents, except for Haiji and himself, are complete novices. Interesting.
So, when I was going through trailers, and I think it was after I watched the Archery Boys trailer, and I was just, like, not feeling too much, I, checked this one out, and I actually really liked this trailer. It just gave me, like, a very good vibe, and, then... Like, also, I paid attention to a couple things. There are a lot of varied, like, character designs. I think of the other dorm tenants. One of them is a character of color that does not look like a stereotype, which I love. So I think I want to say that exchange student, he's either from, like, urban North America, or he's actually from Africa. I can't remember which, but, like, I was very excited about that. And fun fact, the light novel that this is based off of, the author had done another light novel that got an anime adaptation. It's the same person who wrote Fune wo Amu, or The Great Passage, which was the one about people making a dictionary, and it had very good feedback. And then last little bit thing that I'm excited about is that one of the main leads is voiced by Toshiyuki Toyanaga, who is a seiyuu that I've been wanting to hear more of. He was Yuri Katsuki in Yuri on Ice, and I love his voice acting, so I'm very excited to hear from him, and I'm just, I am very excited about this. I might be placing too many stakes because it's an IG sports anime, and they kind of let me down with Ballroom, so I'm just really hoping this one doesn't.
Draft next, man. The draft next.
There aren't giraffe necks, thankfully. At least not from what I could see.
Yeah.
I really, really hope it's good.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
We're getting close to the end, guys.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun 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 dun. John.
Indeed, so Craig,
Yeah.
your number one pick for this season.
I know what it is already.
I'm sure you do. But for everyone else, it is SSSS Gridman.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's SSSS dot Gridman.
Oh yeah, SSSS dot Gridman.
The period is very important.
It's the most important.
It's actually the most important part of the title. You can get rid of the rest of it, and everybody will know what the show is.
So, as the synopsis goes, Trigger described the show as their anime take on the Tokusatsu series, with an
Oh.
original storyline unrelated to the entire live-action series. During Tokyo Comic Con 2017, more details about the show were provided, including the main staff. October 2018 premiere Masayuki Goto as Gridman's character designer, and voice actor Hikaru Midorikawa reprising his role as Gridman. In other words, no one knows and they don't want you to know, but you got your number one anime, so yay!
Bitchin'. I'm very looking forward to it. Character designs look sharp. Monster designs look pretty rad. The Gridman looks pretty fucking baller. And hey, I'm hopeful that it's going to pan out. And let's see what we're working with. I've never watched. Actually, I watched one Ultraman thing, but I haven't watched too much Ultraman as a whole. More into Kamen Rider and Super Sentai, but like, hey, I'm very curious. I pretty much am willing to give anything Trigger a shake, so what the fuck not?
Well, it sounds like it's something standalone, or that's their intention anyway, so...
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Mhm.
Cami.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you for this pick. Cassie's
me too.
number one pick for the fall 2018 season is Yagate Kimi ni Naru, or Bloom into You. Okay. Yu has always loved shoujo manga and awaits the day she gets a love confession that sends her heart aflutter with bubbles and blushes. And yet, when a junior high classmate confesses his feelings to her, she feels nothing. Disappointed and confused, Yu enters high school, still unsure how to respond. That's when Yu sees the beautiful student council president Nanami turn down a suitor with such maturity that she's inspired to ask her for help. But when the next person to confess to Yu is Nanami herself, has her shoujo romance finally begun?
It's
So-
that gay shit.
So, there was something you mispronounced at the beginning. The part where you said Cassie's 28. It's Cassie and John's fall 2018 number one. Because we basically, I think we both wanted this one. So we'll both probably be very excited about it.
I was actually really tempted to put this in my number one slot. But Cassie kind of on the side kind of begged me to put it in set number 2.
Please, no more Children of the Whales. Not this again.
Not again.
But no,
Not
it's-
like this.
But no, I'm excited to watch this one, especially because John has read the manga, Terry has read the manga, and I am just so ready for a legit series that follows hopefully pure Yuri love, because that's all I want, and that the only way we get that normally is in music videos or one OVA length episode. I don't know. Citrus put a really bad taste in my mouth, and I just really want a nice, healthy love story between two girls.
Yeah, Citrus and NTR, and it's just like, why do people love these things? Why do they?
And I mean,
hype
and
them up?
that's fine. It's something that's very alive in the Yuri scene, and it's problematic, but it's also very alive in the yaoi scene.
True.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you definitely have the higher chance of an actual pure love story. I don't think my yaoi is gonna be very pure sweet, so.
And listen, if that's your cup of tea, everybody likes their own brand of problematic stuff. It's just something I've desperately wanted for so long.
Yeah.
I just really need this.
Same. I've just been like, can we just have something that's just nice and fluffy?
And it looks beautiful.
Mm.
It really, really
Yeah,
does.
I saw the
So I'm-
PV. It looked really good.
So I'm looking forward to talking about this one. Hopefully it doesn't let me or John down. I'm looking forward to talking to him about it as we both watch it probably.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it will be nice. Hopefully it will be fun. It will also hopefully be really, really pretty. So there we go.
Nice.
Those are all of our picks for fall 2018.
That was pretty painless.
It was. I will go ahead and run through them one more time, very quickly. John got Zombieland Saga, Re-Raidi Koku Koe no Derida, Toaru Majutsu no Index 3, Ingress the Animation, and Sao Alicization.
Alicization.
I got Release the Spice, Seishun Buta Yoro wa Bunny Girl Senpai no Yume wo Minai, Ore ga Suki Nano wa Imoto desu dakedo imoto janai. There were a few words in there that actually weren't actually there. You can figure it out yourselves, guys. Look it up. Izuku Sekai no Ashita Kara and Yagate Kimi no ni Naru. Craig got Double Decker, Doug, and Kirill, Sora to Umi no Aida, Thunderbolt Fantasy 2, JoJo's Part 5 Golden Win, and SSSS Gridman, whichever one you'd like to say more, period or Gridman, as long as you realize it's fucking important. And Cami got Beelzebub Jo no Okini Meisu Mama, Daretai otoko oto sarete imasu.
It looked like it was a 1, then an I. So
Yeah, it's
like,
a
what?
1 E. It's like Ichi-E? I don't know.
Ichi-E. I like it.
Ichi-E. I don't know.
It didn't have an English name. So
Kishiko Gakko no Juliet. Surune Kazemai Koko Kyodobu. And Kaze ga Suyoku Fuiteru? Yeah, I like... Can you say that again? It just sounds so nice.
Fuiteiru.
It just sounds so nice.
Yeah.
I don't know what that word even means, but I like it.
It's like blowing or flowing.
in the wind.
Yeah.
Gone with the wind.
Run with the wind.
But yes, I just wanted to go ahead and let everybody know what we got. Normally we just go down what everybody's list is, but I didn't want to throw that on everybody and be like, say all of those things again. So I did it for you. You're welcome.
And very well, thank you.
I did my very best. One day I'll be able to pronounce Japanese words right and really impress Dominic, but for now, I'm just doing my rubesti.
One of these days.
I mean, I think I did better than I did like 2 years ago.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
We all have room for improvement. Anyway, any final thoughts, guys, before we get out of here for the evening?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm good. Everybody get hyped for fall with us. Do it. If there's a
Yep.
show you're looking forward to, let us know on twitter.com/AnnieChatbox or send us an email at anniechatmail@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thanks for joining us. And again, congratulations on your Alicization.
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 Thank you, John. Thank you for contributing. Oyasumi, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Boy.